Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this video I decided to go ahead and pull out like one of the worst NES games in history. So I found this bootleg Famicom copy of Tekken 2. Well, for the NES, the intro is actually pretty good. Almost PS1 quality. At first, then you realize how pixelated garbage it is. Then you see the actual game footage. Looks like a mutilated Super Game Boy game after being raped by an Atari game. Literally, actually, better yet, it actually, all honestly, looks like an Atari 5200 game. But this is the NES. But it actually did add some product scrolling, which is kind of cool. You also change your difficulty. See what happens if I put it on 1. So you see how some of your characters, and then repeated characters. So wait a minute, same stuff being repeated? Yeah. Coming for a Taiwanese import. Pick Kazuya. I think the first person you'll fight will be Michelle. Hit start. So as you can see here, they do have parallax scrolling. And some of the special moves actually do work. With the Strand and Street Fighter moves, which actually makes it a lot easier. As you can tell, the graphics look nowhere near as good as the actual 3D models. And these are probably the most pixelated sprites in history, and they don't even look like they're pre-rendered. They're actually like pre-rendered like they were in Virtua Fighter. These are all done in Microsoft Paint. So the best way to play this game is to spam your opponent with special moves and kicks. As you can see, the hit detection is horrible. Because, like, 2 of Kazuya's fake dragon punch went right through her, even though... Look at that. Okay, that one actually hit. And that's going to take you off is the hitbox for a lot of the projectiles in this game, which Tekken really should not have, is huge. So out of nowhere, someone will throw a fireball at you. You'll be like way out of range of the projectile, and yet you'll still be hit. And that's how they scream. Also notice how Kazuya's name is misspelled. Kazuz wins. So when you're about to get killed, aim yourself, position yourself on the screen, and start just spam your opponent with special attacks. Kick! Joking. Head throw it in there because no voices. Kaz wins. Kazuya's wins. You know, it's funny, you know, it's not in the physics of the game, it actually does feel like I'm on ice. So now it's Kazuya versus Kazuya. So it's like I'm actually fighting myself in Adventure of Link. Seriously, the background like it was ripped straight from the Adventure of Link, aka Zelda 2. So the question would be, hey, if you beat Kazuya here, or if you outright die, does that mean Ganon will return? And for guys who tried to watch this on Twitch earlier, I apologize. I tried playing this game on Twitch, and for some reason the video lag was so horrible, I noticed that like 9% of frames were skipped, so it turned to a slideshow. So hopefully, by me redoing this on YouTube, it actually will give you all frames of animation, which it should. Especially since I'm using the same program I use for my presentations and tutorial videos for Linux, so it should work. Yeah, so this abomination is Tekken on your NES. But one nice part, like I mentioned earlier, is that they did throw in some nice parallax scrolling in here, give it somewhat of a 3D look like the early Genesis games. But as you can see here, it's all cut up. It's like paper mache parallax. But the good news is, this time when you fight them, the parallax scrolling actually looks good. Give you a nice river effect. So I will give them credit. Some stages actually do look good and actually do pop out like this one. Other ones are like they're totally lazily copied and pasted from other NES games. NES games, which of course are far better. And the reason I couldn't do this move earlier, they got to move reverse. So instead of it doing it like with the traditional hurricane kick motion, you gotta do it with a fireball motion. That makes any sense for Street Fighter fans. Same thing goes for the uppercut. Do it like a Hadouken versus a Shoryuken. And speaking of Hadoukens, notice how this character who had no projectiles in the original game now has projectiles that you can't even freaking see. So as you can see, you actually do repeat stages. And this music is freaking horrible. You know, it's funny how this is called Tekken 2, but I don't see anything from Tekken 2. There's most stuff that was ripped off of Tekken 1. Only thing I was Tekken 2 was the title screen. They even used the Tekken, even it was the title screen with Tekken 1's intro. In case anyone peeped that earlier. That will say it's not quite as bad as some other games with the NES, but yeah. Does it fall short of the original Tekken? Yes, it does. Especially considering it doesn't even have the Samurai Showdown scaling effects of the GBA version. And of course, second time you fight certain enemies, they just start spamming you like crazy with projectiles. So I'm like, you know what? Start spamming you with kicks. Oh, time to fight Hiyashi. Alright, dude, you about to get thrown off a cliff. Well, the music is somewhat epic, since it's supposed to be the final boss fight. Almost down him. Yeah! Alright, so now I gotta fight everyone else the second time. They couldn't get the order right. You know, had they actually spent some time to have had me fight Devil instead, it would have made more sense. But, hey, finally got a different character to fight, so now I gotta go against King, who looks mentally challenged. Okay, guys, look how pathetic King looks right now. He literally looks like a tiger or a circus animal from an Atari game. Wow, this character and the stage are extremely lazy looking. I mean, his versus game looks like garbage regardless, but wow, this King looks essentially bad. One thing they made sure is that he's just as cheap as he is in the PlayStation game. Why does it remind me of level 4 of Karate Kid? You know, it's funny how for Paul Phoenix's stage, they have it. So okay, knowing the color palette is limited as it is for the NES, why does Paul Phoenix match his level? Seriously. Can anyone think of the logic behind that? Okay, they screwed this up majorly. So I fought Hiyashi the second time and he's still not the last guy. Yeah, at this point I thought I'd go ahead and finish off this video. Basically at this point the game just repeats itself over and over again, and eventually you actually have something known as somewhat endurance rounds where you'll fight 2 people on 1 life bar, and I'm probably 3 or 4, but at that point I got tired, had to turn the game off. Till next time guys, peace out.